Alright. YouTube's no longer mad that I don't know if this is the right resolution, so maybe I'll look at it later. But we're back. We're going to write some more tests. Great. So we need no elements. So this is the mock element. And then the right side is going to be, we do have an error for right. So, sorry, for the first. So this is going to be either a left, which is going to be the mock error. So this is invalid operation exception. Invalid operation exception. Okay. Right is the empty. Cool. Now I've got a query result. And then second is going to have nothing in it. So we already have an example of that somewhere. Great. And then we're also going to use this. Concated is now it's concated, so is true. We do have nodes, so try get left should give us an element, and then let's some. No, we don't have any elements, so this should be false. And then we should have an error though, so concated nodes try get right. Out bar terminal, and then from the terminal we should have a left, which is the error, and now the value of the error should be that invalid operation exception. And just one more sanity check is that you don't have a try get right terminal on the test. Build succeeded, test failed. Great. Sorry, this is an aggregate exception. So we need to do what we did up there. So what we're saying is cert I equal 1, error dot value dot inner exceptions dot count, and then assert equal value dot inner exceptions at 0. Alright, now we'll run it and it should pass. And it does. Great. So, let's move on to the next test. So, first, no element with an error, and second, no element with an error. So this is the same for the first, and we got the second, no element and an error. Pull this from here. Okay. They are concated. And now let's assert some things. So we have no elements. So we shouldn't be able to get a left. So concated try nodes try get left. Our element. Okay, but so we must have a right then, and then now on the right on the terminal, we will have a left because that is the error. So try get a full left. And I've got the error. Let's assert some things. So we have two exceptions this time. So it's error value and exceptions count. And now let's assert invalid operation exception is the first. And then let's assert that invalid cast exception is the second. Wonderful. And then it's not asserted the errors, and we just need to double check that it doesn't also, for some reason, think that we are an empty. And I could probably keep doing this accidentally. I pulled in stash again. But let's, oops. That was far more than I wanted to run, but the test passed anyway. Great. You nailed that one. So let's do the next one. Test method for cat first, no element but an error, and second as element with no error. And again, we've got the same first as we've had, so let's just throw that over here. And then second is an element with no error, which is this one. Cool. And also need concatenate. We'll just copy that too while we're here. Great. So we do have an element that's coming from second, so we should be able to get a left. And the value should be equal to the second value, so element value. Great. And then also, next, that's what we want, equals element dot next. Should be able to get the next, and now this will not have an additional value. But it will have an error, so we're going to get the next terminal. Now let's is true is that next terminal try get left. So this is the next error, and then we're going to assert count of next error, and then assert the invalid operation exception. Okay. And then just for the sanity is that next terminal doesn't have a write. Okay. So now we've done next. We're back to the concatenated nodes. So we shouldn't get a write from this because we did have that value. Alright, run it. Also passed. Wonderful. Done with that. Now we're back here. Concat no element. Oh, sorry. Concat first no element plus an error. Second element error. Change nothing on this, so throw that down here. Then second element error. Love it. Okay. And let's insert some things. So we will have an element. So concatenated nodes try get left should have an element, and then that element should have the second value. And then next, after the element, so now we should have two errors. So this will look similar to the one we did just a second ago, but what that means is that on next we won't have a left because we're going to have an error instead. So we will have a right, because that's the error, but that gives us the terminal, and now terminal will have a left, because that's the error. Try get left, var, let's see, next terminal. Var, next error, and now we'll have two inner exceptions, so this error dot value dot inner exceptions dot count, and then the first one will be the invalid operation exception, and the second one will be the invalid cast exception. Okay. Now let's make sure that next terminal doesn't have an empty for some reason. And next terminal does not have the empty. Great. So now back to the original, since it had a left, it shouldn't have a right. So concatenated nodes try to get right. Alright, run it. Also succeeded. Great. Moving on to the next one. We have a new SKU for first. We're doing element with no error. Second, no elements, no error. So let's do that first. On the left, we do have an error, so first value and then the right will be a empty either. Cool. We're oh, this is a new mock element. Now we're back to no element, no error for second. Second, no element, no error. Love it. Alright. So we just have that first element. So we'll have a left. Get left. and we should check the next, and it won't, there's no more elements, so it won't have a left. It will therefore have a terminal, try to get right, next terminal, and next terminal won't have a left because that would be an error, in which we have none. Try get left, and then as a result it will have a right because that's the empty. And so we've done next terminal, we've done next, and we're back to here. So we shouldn't have a right on the concatenate nodes. Run it. Another success. Alright, cat first element, no error. Second, no element, followed by an error. So we get to copy this. Let's go up here and grab no element, that's an error. Alright, so we got element from first and error from second. So we're going to insert those things. So it does have an element. So concatenate nodes, try get left, should work. And then that element should have first value. And then let's check the next on the element, because we should now be followed by that error. So there's no more elements, so next should not have a right, or should not have a left, but it will have a right. And the next terminal will have a left because there is an error. So true, next terminal, try get left, that bar next error, and it should have one, so let's assert on the error. One, next error, value, enter exceptions, count, and then let's assert that's the cast exception. Next error value interceptions as 0. Cool. Okay. And now next terminal doesn't have an error. So let's assert that. Or sorry, it doesn't have an empty. So let's assert that. Now we're done with next terminal, and then above that we did both versions of next. So let's finish up the concatenate nodes. Since we had an element, we didn't have a terminal. So concatenate nodes, try to get right. Terminal, that should be fast. Run. Cool. Test method, public. Cat, we've got a first with elements and no error, and a second with elements and no error. Nice, we're going to actually have 2 elements for the first time, I think. So, let's go find the second with an element and no error. Yeah. Here. We got 2 elements, so we definitely will have a left. And then the first element will be the first value. And now next is going to be that second value, so we will also have a left for next. And this next value is going to be second value. Okay. And then we need to get the next off of that. Okay. Now this is going to be terminal, so we won't have a left here. Next, I'll try to get left out of next element, and then third is true. So it's going to have a terminal. And that terminal is not going to have an error. So there's going to be no left. But it will have an empty. And okay. So we did next terminal. We did next. We've done next left, so let's do next right. Since it had an element, it won't have a terminal. So next try get right. And then we've done next now, so let's go back to concatenated nodes. It had an element, so it also won't have a terminal, so it won't have a right. Alright, let's see if multiple nodes actually worked. Hey, it passed. Cool. Alright. Our last test of this first skew. This. Oh, sorry, it's a second has no elements. It does have an error, so let's go get a second element error. Great, second element error here. Concatenated, let's get concatenated. Alright, so we have two elements again, but now we're going to be following that with the error from second. So we have some elements. Let's find them. Well, so this will be the first value. Value. Now we need the next is next. Now next will also have a value, so it's going to have a left. This will be the second value. Okay, and then move to the next. This won't have an element because we have an error here. So this is false, next, next. Try to get left. But as I said, it will have to be terminal. It will, that terminal will have it is an error, so it will have a value on the left. And now we know that error is going to be the invalid cast exception. We need to do that count check though. Once the next error value inner exceptions count, and then equal cast exception next error value inner exception is at 0. Okay. That should end. So back to this. So we've got that error. Now we just need to make sure that it doesn't for some reason think we're also an empty. So it is false. Next. Terminal. Try to get right. Okay, so we've done next terminal. We've done both of next. And now next element. We did get a left, so let's just make sure we don't have a right. And then back to the original nodes, we need to make sure that we don't have a right, because we had a value. Alright, run it. Seated in task, love it. Alright, last SKU for first. Yeah, first element, error, second, no element, no error. Alrighty. So. Left, which has an element. Oh, wait, but we do have an error now. So we need this, right, either left with the error, so that's the new mock error with the invalid operation exception, and then we've got the right, which will be the I empty, which we don't have. mock element. And now we've got the right, which is right. Duh. Doing the whole thing. Either left, not an element. But the right is some stuff, which is this stuff. An error followed by an empty. And now, so that's the right, and now we need that to be a query result node for the element. Great, so now we've got the left. And now the right of all this is that we do not have an either of a mock error followed by an empty. And all of that needs to be a query result node. Great, so now we have a first. Let's go grab a second. No element, no error. This is the one. Let's pull concatenated with it. Alright. So now we're basically just first. Which means we have a value. And that value should be the first value. And now we've got a next as well, element.next. And this shouldn't have a value, it should be a terminal. So we're going to go false to the left. And then we'll have a true for the right. Alright, and then in this terminal we have an error. And that error will be the invalid operation exception. Error dot value that inner exception is dot count. And then the invalid operation exception will be what we expect here. Okay. Cool, so we got the errors. Let's make sure it doesn't think that we're also an empty. And then let's make sure that the original nodes don't think we're also an empty. Alright, let's run that. I forgot this again. Awesome, also pass that. Cool. I'm going to pause one second and see if I can get someone to check this stream. So, got first with an element and an error, second with more elements and an error. Okay. So grab second with no elements and an error. So we have at least the first element, so we should get a left. First value, element value. And then next, next, and it does not have a further element. So those are the exceptions. Let's see if So it shouldn't also think we're an empty. So that's false. And then we've got next, left, and right is good. So back to the nodes is false. Calculated nodes, try to get it right. And it passed. Great. One, two more. First has an element and an error. Second has an element and no error. So let's see what happens. So copy this. Second element, no error. This one. And get the first value, concatenated nodes, dodge value left. And it'll have a next, because that next will be the second value. So we got next, try to get left. And then got our second value, element value, and then we got another next, and this will be the errors. Oops. So this won't have a left. We'll have right. Which should have the errors, so we should get a left out of this. That'll have two exceptions. Whoops, this is only the first exception. I misread the skew. So this is one, so next error. Error exceptions, dot count. Yeah, should be one. And so the value of that exception should be this invalid operation exception, next error, value, and exception is 0. Cool. So now next terminal shouldn't think that it's empty. Okay, so we're done with that. We did next left, next right. We did next left, but we didn't do next right. So it is false, next right. Try to get it right. Next terminal. And then we also assert that the nodes self think we're both an element and a terminal. Alright, run that. Failed. Okay. Next up we have another element. Oh, whoops. There we go. Much better. Alright, so our last test. First cat. So first has an element and an error, and the second has an element and an error. Let's pull first. Let's find a second element error. Great. This is good. And assertions. It has the value, so concatenated nodes, try to get it left. It's going to be first value, and then next. Next is also going to have a value, so it's going to try to get it left. And then it's going to be the second value. And then it's going to have a next. And this one won't have an element because it's going to have those two errors. So it's going to be false on the left. Right. And that'll be an error. So we got the terminal. So we should have a left on the terminal though, because that's the error. And this will have two inner exceptions. And the first one will be the invalid operation exception. Next error dot inner exception 0. Assert equal invalid cast exception. Next error. Inner exception 1. Okay, and now let's make sure it doesn't think the next terminal is also empty. Okay, so we've got next done. Next terminal is done. Next is done. Next, since it had an element, it shouldn't have a terminal. It shouldn't be terminal. All right, and then the original nodes shouldn't be terminal because they had a value. All right, let's run it. Also passed 1. Alright, we finished concat. So now we're going to do distinct by. Some tests for distinct by. I like to just start with the error conditions, so we'll do that. Distinct by source. Query results. What are we distinct in? So we want to use a compare, so we'll do string exception. And then query result distinct by the selector be the elements themselves. What's a okay. Do we have another type we can use? Maybe invent one. Yeah, we'll invent one. So distinctable. I'm just going to give that a string property. Alright, so now we take the value of it, and we're going to do quality compare. Bring system function is generic, I think. Default. Alright. This is mad because it's null. And I have warnings of errors turned on. So we're going to suppress this. We didn't do an actual assertion here. So this throws argument null exception. And same deal here. Let's suppress this. Run. Cool. So now let's see if the key selector is null distinct by null key selector. Query results. Mock query results. Yeah, bummer. So I'm gonna go with string, and we're gonna distinct by the first character. And this would be a char. Left, elements, right. Either left is a mock error, right of mock empty instance. Query result mode. Query results. So we're gonna get an exception, argument null exception. Query result dot distinct by null quality compare char dot default. And we can't give a null error thing, so let's do it. Okay. This test. Also passed. Cool. And now null compare. So we'll take this query result and we get another except. Whoops. Another exception, query result, distinct by, I don't know, like 0, comma, and this again, suppress it. Cool. This. Okay, on that. Also successful. Great. So now let's do some distinct by. Distinct by. No duplicates. So what's our game plan? So we're going to have no duplicates, duplicates, and no duplicates using compare. And duplicates using compare. Alright. Distinct by no duplicates. Let's do empty first. Distinct by empty. Distinct this query result dot distinct by element first character quality compare str default. Let's see what happens. So we should just get an empty here. Let's try to get right. Now on the right, we shouldn't have an error. So terminal, let's try to get left. False. Let's try to get right. It should just remain empty. Hopefully that works. Pass. Lovely. Alright, so now test method distinct by no duplicates. Append might be nice to have here, but I didn't write it yet, so we'll just do this. So left is a new mock element, and it'll be SDF, but it also needs a new element, a new query result node, either dot left. We also need the error SKUs. Left, and we have a new mock element. Okay, and then we have nothing on the right. Okay, node. So that's the element. And now on the right, you have an either mock error or mock empty. Which is also a clear result. Okay, so we have a clear result. Let's distinct it. Using the same deal here, so let's just copy it. And now we should just get the same thing back. Let's go ahead and let's also do no it's all very new, so let's not trust anything. No duplicates followed by an error. No duplicates and no error. Alright, so simplified nodes, try to get left of our element. First value, element value. We've got next is element.next, and next should also have a left because it's also got a value. It's true. Next dot try to get left. Next element. So equals second value with next element value. Okay. And then next, this should be terminal. So next, try to get left. Like I said, it is terminal, so we'll get it right. And then that terminal, in this case, won't have an error. It will just be empty. Okay, so that's next terminal. We did next. Next, we got the element. Let's just make sure there's no. Doesn't also think we're empty with that terminal. And same on the original nodes. Okay. Test fast, cool. Let's go back in here and do the distinct by no elements error. Let's grab this. So here, though, left will be an error. Let's make that the invalid operation exception. Error, invalid operation exception. Cool, so that's our left, and this would be a right of D. Okay. Now, in this case, we'll be close to this, we won't be exactly this. So it's true, this is false. And now error should be an invalid operation exception. Let's run that. Also good. So, No duplicates, no errors. Let's do no duplicates plus an error. Distinct by no duplicates error. Yeah, we'll just take all this. And the second one, this will be followed by a either left knock element. We don't have an element. We do have an error. This being either where the left is a mock error. We need that exception. Okay, let's throw that in there. So that's the left and right to be empty. So that's that right, and then that's to result node. So now we have that element, so that's the end of the left. Cool, everything's good. Alright, now let's distinct those. In fact, most of this is the same too this time, which is nice. This is way better than concatenated because concatenated it's like a cross product. Alright, so next terminal, we said that it would not be an error here, that it would be an empty, but this isn't the case. We now do have an error, so this is true, and this one's false. And what we're going to get is that this error is going to be that invalid operation exception. Run that. Nice. Okay. So that's no duplicates. Now let's do distinct by duplicates, no error. So we're just going to copy this one. But we will have duplicates. How are we going to do duplicates? Let's have a third value. Do it like that. Now this, we need to have an additional that, right, either mock error or mock empty. Okay. Result node, that's that, and cool. So now we should get actually the exact same things that we got from no duplicates, no error. Amazing. Let's do the test method. Distinct by duplicates plus an error. So got duplicate in here. Let's toss the error in there too. Either left is a mock element, right is either that left with error with that invalid operation exception. That's the left of it. The right is a mock empty. Okay. That's not right. Security result node. Close those things out. Okay. This will actually be this too. Okay. Alright. Whoops. Duplicates. Alright, we got no duplicates. Compare. No duplicates, compare with error. Duplicates, compare. Duplicates, compare. No duplicates. No error. Okay. So oh. Okay. Let's do this. Duplicates. So yeah, that still makes sense. That still makes sense. Yeah, no duplicates, no error with a comparer. Checking it on comparer. Singletons, let's throw that out there. And then the hash code. I don't know. I actually think this is probably not really correct, but I'm only using ASCII, so let's document that. Okay. obj.to upper char.to upper hash code, and then return x.char.to upper equals Let's use the default char compare. Okay. So now our compare here will be the char case sensitive compare instance. Okay. This should pass like it always did. And it does. Nuke is using with an error. So let's put that one up. So it goes here. Right. You got either dot left. Here mock error. So that exception. Okay. And right is a mock empty. Oops. Mock error, mock empty. So that was right. What I needed was here. We have an either left, and this will be a mock element, or a right. And in this case, the right is an either, where the left is a mock error. Operation exception, or a right of the mock empty. And that's a query node. Okay. That's the, whoops. And that's the left. That should be great. Now it's good. So now in our terminal here, this is, we didn't set the button. It's not, it is an error. It's not an empty. And the next error value is that exception we just put in. All right. And then duplicates using a compare. So our compare. So let's do duplicates no error. And now yeah, we gotta use the new compare. And we should actually only end up with one element this time. So this will be is false. We will have a terminal. And the terminal won't have an error. It will have an empty. And that goes away now. Run it. And that's also good. Great. So let's throw an error into this and we'll be done with distinct by. This has an error, should have an error now. So that's after this element. So either left, element, right, either left, new error, record that somewhere. Operation exception, invalid operation exception. Okay, so that's our left, and our right is the mock empty. And needs to be query result node. That's the left side of that, so that'll compile now. Cool, so now the next terminal we do have an error. Operation exception, next error dot value, and this would be now false. Let's run it. Also, lovely. Submit that. Code coverage, make sure we're still at 100. Not here, but in that namespace. So this is free result extensions, node extensions. We didn't test all of that yet. It's correct. Free result node extensions. Free result. Cool. So we got everything from free results. Free result extensions. Okay. Now, oh, actually, we need to code review those tests. Got the comment line at the top. We've got the right namespace. Our using statements. We got all sorts of nonsense in here, so let's get rid of that. Okay. The sealed class. We did a couple of nested classes. That was sealed. Sealed too, that's good. Okay. Everything's sealed. I did one, probably didn't need it.